After Germany lost to Serbia in the bronze medal game, Schroder highlighted the differences between European basketball and American basketball, saying that European basketball is not entertainment, but straight IQ. Team USA went on to win gold, and afterwards, Kevin Durant posted this photo with the caption, "Entertainment and IQ," seemingly a direct reference to Schroder's comments. This week, Schroder responded back, saying on his Twitch stream, "They won," and Kevin Durant tweets, "High IQ and entertainment. For me, that's just being weak. You're that type of star, and you have to say something to a person like me who didn't even mean it to be negative. It was just what I see from both sides. I didn't appreciate it. I don't care, but at the end of the day, that tweet or whatever he posted was because of me. For me, it was never no negative stuff. I respect all of those guys, all GOATs, but to say that tells me how weak he is as a person. It is what it is. Not everybody is strong. Not everybody is in a good place." Well then. Shannon, I'll start with you. Any issue with the Schroder-Katie interaction?
How did it? Because he didn't mean it. Stephen A. You know when the mosquito bites you? You know why the mosquito bites you, Stephen A? His only intent, her is the female because of the egg, she's feeding the babies. Her only intent is to get blood. Now, in the process of that, she might give you malaria, she might give you Zika, she might give you West Nile. That wasn't her intent. Intent only matters to the mosquito. You still have Zika, West Nile, or malaria. Whether Dennis Schroder meant it as a negative, that is the way Kevin Durant perceived it. You're saying the only reason that American basketball is that entertainment and that we don't have high IQ. Really? Kevin Durant's like, hold on, bro. You turned down $80 million to play on a minimum contract for the next 5-6 years. Where was that IQ?
Yeah.
You have to stop with this intent. Well, that's not how I intended it. Well, intent only matters to you because the person that heard it is still equally as offended, whether you intended it to be that or not. It's the same thing. Stephen A. had a college law professor to tell me, he asked us, the class, said, what's the difference between manslaughter and murder? He says, you know what, before y'all, because we were struggling, he says intent. He says, but intent only matters to the defendant. The victim is just as dead. So whether Dennis Schroder meant it as a compliment or not, Kevin Durant took it as a slight, and he responded. And if you know anything about Kevin Durant, if he feels that you slighted him in any sort of a way, he's going to take issue with it. He has a social media platform, and he don't have a problem with it. Schroder, you got to understand, just because, okay, the European, he's like, IQ? So everybody, so ain't nobody. What about all that flash that Luke could be doing? Is that not entertainment, what Luke could be doing? All the behind-the-back passes, Stephen A., but over-the-head passes, Nikola Jokic, the baseball, all the stuff that he's doing. So there is no entertainment in that. Stop it. Stop it.
You know, when I first heard what was going on, I didn't know what had transpired, Shannon, and so my mentality was, damn, Kevin Durant, you're getting in an argument with somebody else now, et cetera, et cetera. And then I saw this and I said about Dennis Schroder, what the hell is wrong with you? I mean, you know, first of all, you got no business calling Kevin Durant weak. Let's call Kevin Durant what he is. He's one of the greatest players in NBA history, okay? Yeah, he can be a bit petulant at times, a bit moody at times or whatever. He's also one of the great people you'll ever meet. He's a good dude, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He can be a little bit temperamental or whatever. So what? You understand? So what? He's a decent dude, don't get no trouble, don't bother anybody, just goes out on the court and ball. He's a two-time league MVP. He's a one-time league MVP. He's a two-time champion, two-time NBA Finals MVP. He's a four-time gold medal winner for the United States Olympics, and he's the all-time leading scorer. I think a record 518 career points in Olympic competition. Oh, by the way, even though he had 15 points in this gold medal game, the 3 previous gold medal games where he won a gold medal, Shannon, he had 30, 30, and 29. This brother is something special. And Dennis Schroder talking about him, you talking about him like he's just somebody. Or I know they're all GOATs. Well, you ain't talking about him like he's a GOAT. You attacked his manhood. You talking about he's weak. How dare you say something like that about Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant don't deserve that. The fact of the matter is, Schroder said what he said, okay? He talked about, hey, what is it? Straight IQ basketball, while the latter is emphasizes entertainment more.
Entertainment.
Yes, he did not say they were devoid of entertainment, but he said they focused more on entertainment as opposed to IQ. And Kevin Durant was simply making a point. We have both. And he's qualified to say that because he's the most celebrated Olympian in history in the sport of basketball, okay? More so than LeBron James, more so than Steph Curry, more so than even Carmelo Anthony, certainly more so than Dennis Schroder. And so I'm looking at this and I'm saying this is a bigger issue. And the bigger issue is this need to talk about Kevin Durant like he's just somebody. We gonna put a stop to that on First Take right now. When he deserves criticism, I'll give it to him. Just like if LeBron deserves criticism, I'll give it to him. I might play around and we might have a debate about the GOAT status of LeBron James. But you hear me saying he's on the Mount Rushmore, right, Shannon? You hear me saying he's one of the top 2 or 3 players in the history of basketball. Any conversation about greatness in this sport, about ambassadorship with this sport, about holding it to a high standard, living up to it, and answering the call, and never, ever cheating the game of basketball. Kevin Durant belongs in that conversation. We got to put respect on this brother's name. Again, if he deserves a criticism here and there, I'll give it to him. You'll give it to him. But when you've got a contemporary in the league, Dennis Schroder, you can't shine Kevin Durant's shoes. You can't do it. You're just not that guy. And you're good. You're not a scrub. I wish the Lakers still had Dennis. But you ain't Kevin Durant. And to know the resume that Kevin Durant has, to address him that way, just because he said he put a photo with a caption, entertainment and IQ, that's all? And all of this is for that? That's excessive. And it's disrespectful to Kevin Durant.
But Stephen A., plus these teams, they've been playing together. The USA, they throw their Olympic team together for a month and say, go figure it out. Dennis Schroeder's been playing with the German national team his whole life. The Serbian national team, all these teams, they play together. And so it just think for the sake of argument. They said, okay, well, LeBron James, and they said, okay, LeBron, over the next cycle, the next 12 years, LeBron, all those KD, Steph Curry, all these guys, you guys are going to, every offseason, we're going to get together, and for a month, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, we're going to play together because in 2012, 16, and 20, these are the guys that we're going to the Olympics with. It would be a different story. You guys have been playing together, Schroder, for 10 years, for 15 years. Of course, you guys know each other's moves. We're trying to fit guys together that's only played together for a month. They put this team together for a month. And then for you to say what, and here's the thing, Ocho, excuse me, Stephen A.
Yeah, it's all right. I like that. Stephen Ocho. Stephen A. Ocho. Yeah. We can do that.
Stephen A., the problem that Schroder has is that he's trying to control both. He wants to be able to control whatever he says and somebody else's response to what he said. You don't get to control both. You don't get to do that. You don't get to say something and then get to control how somebody responds to it. You didn't have to say what you said.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'll throw this out too. In fairness to Schroder, as wrong as he is, because he's very wrong, in 2015, Kobe Bryant, on the record, European players are just way more skillful and taught the game the right way at an early age, citing AAU basketball as a root cause because he said, quote, we're not teaching players how to play all-around basketball. LeBron James piggybacks off of that, criticizes the youth basketball structure, citing the fact younger players are being overworked too early and arguing some coaches put their own self-interest ahead of what's best for their pupils. So if Schroder had said that, then it makes more sense. But to just throw out IQ and then to clap back at Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant said IQ and entertainment, Kevin Durant did not deserve that. He did not deserve that.
You know,
especially
Shannon,
from a contemporary.
Shannon, all I know,
good players overseas, Stephen A., they play on the national team. The really good players on that side, on the international, they play on the international team. So they're learning the team concept, and that's going to be their team that represent them in the Olympics. That's not how it works on AAU. I'm going to as many tournaments as I can because a lot of these parents and coaches realize these kids, That's their meal ticket. So I'm looking at it totally different, Stephen A., than the international players are looking at it.
Got you.
Yep.